Bonjour and welcome to French 2 with Mr. McCoy. This is lesson 7A dedicated to telling time in the familiar or colloquial manner. Okay, and our learning objective for this lesson is for you to, obviously, be able to tell time the familiar way. Okay, you guys know I've been practicing telling time the official way. You guys gotten that down pretty well. I will refer you to the French 1 playlist, to French 1 lesson 22 if you need to review that. Okay, but you guys know already that in our professional lives, such as when we want to call the dentist and make an appointment, we book a flight, we call up the bus station to find out when the next bus leaves. The time will be given in the official way. Okay. But then our personal lives, make a date for coffee or arrange a time to meet in the park. We're going to tell the time, express the time in the familiar way. Okay. So to be fully proficient in French, you're going to need to be conversant with the two systems. Okay, so let's go through this video. We're going to see the way in which the familiar system differs from the official way of telling time. Okay, and hopefully this will get you on your way, get you what you need to know. Okay, so let's see. Going through the hours first, kind of going through the day. Okay, so real quick, two important things. What we know as midnight and noon, okay? The official way, 0 heure and 12 heures, actually have special names in the familiar system, okay? We refer to midnight, say it is midnight would be il est minuit, okay? And then say it's noon would be il est midi, okay? So that's two special times. Now as we go from midnight up through 11 in the morning, alright, we'll state the time basically the same way that we do with the official time. Okay, so 1 in the morning will be il est 1 heure du matin. 2 in the morning will be il est 2 heures du matin. Okay, 3 in the morning il est 3 heures du matin, and so forth. Okay. Now we're going to be on a 12-hour cycle. So actually after midi, the next hour, we wouldn't talk about 13 as we do the official way, 13. Okay. We'd start counting again. Okay, so what we know is 1 p.m. would be il est 1 heure de l'après-midi. Okay, but we'll talk about the different parts of the day. Okay, so 1 p.m. would be il est 1 heure, 2 il est 2 heures, and so forth. Okay, so it's a 12-hour cycle. Okay, we do have the special names for midnight and noon. Okay, minuit and midi. Okay. So, as I was just mentioning, in the cases where we do need to insist on the part of the day that we're talking about, for example, I want to meet you at 8 in the morning instead of 8 in the evening, or maybe you want to meet at 6 p.m. instead of 6 in the morning. Okay, we can mention the time of day. Okay, we have 3 times a day: le matin, l'après-midi, and le soir. Okay, there's 3 times a day we're going to be using here. Okay, there are others. Okay, but if we want to situate, for example, to insist on 11 in the morning instead of 11 at night, we would say 11 heures du matin. Okay, du matin. 1 in the morning instead of 1 in the afternoon. 1 heure du matin. Okay, 1 in the afternoon instead of 1 in the morning. 1 heure de l'après-midi. Okay, 6 in the evening versus 6 in the morning. Okay, be 6 heures du soir. Okay, so again, to specify at what time of the day, again to eliminate any ambiguity, you add after the expression either du matin, de l'après-midi, or du soir. Okay, and notice you wouldn't actually use these with either minuit or midi. Okay, I hope that makes sense because they only happen once in the day. Okay, so you wouldn't need to add anything else. Okay, so don't add an expression after these two. Okay, but that should get us through kind of the day. All right, now how do we get through the hour? Now for any given hour, during the first half of the hour, we're going to state the time, as in I give the hour and the minutes, basically the same way that we did with the official system. Okay, So again, anywhere from 1 to 29 minutes past the hour. You can state the number of minutes basically the way that we do with the official system. Okay. So if you wanted to say, for example, 8:20 in the morning officially, it'll be il est 8h20. Okay. In the familiar system, you say il est 8h20. You could add du matin. Okay. All right. So 1 through 20, the first half of the hour. Okay. Now things get trickier in the second half of the hour. Okay. If you're anywhere from 31 to 59 minutes past the hour, in the familiar system, we actually count or round up to the next hour, and then say how many minutes short of the hour we are. Okay. All right. So you would, for example, if you had 9:50 a.m. Okay, 9:50 a.m. Officially, you would say il est 9h50. Il est 9h50. But in the familiar system, again, you're 50 minutes past the hour. So you'd round up to 10, okay? And it's 50 minutes, so you're 10 short of the hour. So you'll say il est 10h moins 10. Okay? Il est 10h moins 10. Let's say you had 10:55, okay? a.m. Officially, il est 10h55. Il est 10h55. But then in the familiar system, again, you round the 10 up to an 11, so you're at 55 minutes, okay? So you round to 11, and obviously 55 minutes is 5 short of the next hour, so you would say, il est 11h moins 5. Or, il est 11h moins 5 du matin, for example, okay? So again, you round up to the next, you say, moins, the number of minutes, till the next hour, okay? So again, we'll practice with that, okay? I've seen that can be kind of tricky for students, okay? So again, second half of the hour, 31 to 59 minutes past the hour, round up to the next hour, say moins, the number of minutes you're short, okay? Now, before we show some examples, there are 3 special fractions, okay? Fractions that we use, telling the time in the official, the familiar way, okay? Now, in the familiar system, we're never going to say 15, 30, or 45, okay? If I ask you to tell me the time with the familiar way, don't ever put 15, 30, or 45 in your answer, okay? We have a special fraction for quarter past the hour, 15 minutes past, okay? We say écart, okay? So for example, 8:15 p.m. would be il est 8h15 du soir, okay? 7:15 in the morning would be il est 7h15 du matin. Now again, you don't say 30, okay? So what we know is half past. We say the hour, et demi. Et demi. So 5:30 in the morning, for example, would be il est 5h30 du matin. Okay? Or 10:30 p.m. would be il est 10h30 du soir. Okay? And likewise, you don't say 45, don't say 45. Okay? Again, you round up to the next and say moins le quart. Okay? It's like saying quarter till. Okay? So for example, 7:45 a.m. would be il est 8h moins le quart du matin. Okay? Or for example, quarter till noon would be il est midi moins le quart. Okay? 1:45 p.m. would be il est 1h moins le quart. Okay? We got a couple pictures. We'll go through kind of an hour. We'll go from 10 to 11, let's say in the morning. Okay? So look at the picture and see if you can anticipate or state how you would tell the time in the familiar way. Okay? Remember, in the first half of the hour, you kind of read what you see as you did with the official way. Okay? But in the second half of the hour, you round up to the next hour and say how many minutes you're short. And don't forget the special fractions. Okay? So check out the pictures I'll put on there and see if you can state the time before me. Okay? So check it out. So we would have Il est 10 heures du matin. Quelle heure est-il? Il est 10h05. Ou il est 10h05 du matin. Okay? Quelle heure est-il? Il est 10h15 du matin. Quelle heure est-il? Il est 10h25 du matin. Quelle heure est-il? Il est 10h30 du matin. Quelle heure est-il? Il est 11h moins 23 du matin. Quelle heure est-il? Il est 11h moins le quart du matin. Quelle heure est-il? Il est 11h moins 10 du matin. Quelle heure est-il? Il est 11h moins 3 du matin. Quelle heure est-il? Il est 11h du matin. Okay? Does that make sense? Did you manage to get a few of those? Okay. So we'll practice these in class. Watch this a couple times if you need to. Write down some questions if you think of any. Merci, bon courage, et au revoir.